Welcome to the PokePodcast. I'm Trainer Thatch, and today we're going to talk a lot about Pokemon's biggest flops, things where we just think Pokemon kind of fell short. So listen if you're excited for that. Of course, we follow up with all the news and everything. We're in a lull, and we talk a little bit about ZA during the topic as well, because we're just super excited, and we want to see what else there is to come. So yeah, buckle up for another exciting episode of the PokePodcast, and let's get right to it.
Now, coming to you live from atop the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's the one, the only, PokeQuiz.
It's Puckle! It's Puckle! Pokemon Underground Champions League, oh yeah! Puckle!
Welcome to the PokePodcast. I'm your host, Trainer Thatch, here today with my spectacular co-host. We've got the one and only, knowledgeable as always, our Sigma.
Hiya, papaya.
And we welcome back to the arena, my arch nemesis, Bocefus.
Hello.
And we're here to talk everything Pokemon. Welcome to the PokePodcast, by the way. PUCL, of course, stands for the Pokemon Underground Champions League, a nonsensical name we came up with in 2007. We talk everything here, Pokemon, from the trading card game to the video game to everything in between. And since we've been doing this in 2007, we are also the longest running Pokemon podcast. We've been doing this for way too long. Actually, that's actually true, though. Like, that's not even an exaggeration. You know, like we are, though. We are.
That's what I tell people when they want my credentials.
Honestly,
like, oh, you're
okay.
a Pokemon fan? So you got some tattoos? What else? And I'm like, oh, well, I also co-host on the longest running Pokemon podcast in the world.
Yeah.
So
just throwing that out there. I recently used the fact that I did this. I gave a talk about, for those of you who were unaware, because I realized that I don't talk about my life as much as I think I do on the show.
You do. You probably do more.
No, I probably don't.
So.
I probably talk about it.
YouTube comment this week.
Yeah, I saw that one too. That one was weird, and I didn't want to talk about it. But
I could have sworn that you talked about that more often.
I definitely have talked about it before. I am also, when I'm not a Pokemon podcaster, I'm also a PhD physicist. And I recently got invited, outside of my official duties, to give a lecture about quantum mechanics at a wine bar locally. And I did talk about the podcast just a little bit because I thought it was fun. Because like I gave my introduction, like, why should you listen to me give you a talk about quantum mechanics in a wine bar? I go, well, one, I've got my PhD in physics, blah, blah, blah. And then I go, but I'm a physicist. We're not famous for talking well. So why should I even be giving a talk? And I was like, well, I've been hosting the longest running Pokemon podcast for the past 18 years. So that's why. Anytime I bring that up, that's happened once before at like a seminar I gave at a university, because the professor that invited me knew that I did the podcast, and he like did that as part of my introduction, as my bio. And when I did it at that university, half the questions I got weren't even about the research I presented. They were about the podcast.
Yeah.
Which I've
done that
in
a job interview before too.
I'm both like upset and happy about, because like I'm like, well, I'm kind of here to talk about the science instead. But I mean,
but this is a very easy topic to talk about. So,
Right.
But yeah, if you want to ask me, what I think of the competitive meta back in Gen 6, we can certainly have that conversation.
I had a job interview where it was a panel interview, and they're like, oh, you're on a Pokemon podcast. And so they're asking me some podcasting questions. They get into the Pokemon part, and they're like, so like, how many Pokemon have you caught? I'm like, what are you talking about?
Thousands? I don't know. Thousands?
What are you saying to me? You mean how many times over and how many games? Like, what? Don't know. All of them. What? Stop.
I have at minimum, not counting Pokemon Go, like, at least caught all of the Gen 1 Pokemon at least 10 times. At least 10.
Oh. Yeah,
right.
Like, not counting Pokemon Go, at least.
I have a reasonably sized shiny dex.
Yeah, right. Look at my credentials. Look at them.
You know how many times I've taken Pidgeotto to Pidgeot? Do you know how many times?
Not that many times, honestly, but
Actually, not that often. No.
after
no,
like the
no.
first couple runs, I just kind of gave up on Pidgeot. I'd rather have a Zubat.
I think
But,
Fearo's cool.
Well, okay, yes, all of those. I'm talking youthful games, playing through Fire Red, Leaf Green, replaying Red and Blue. I'm not talking about present years. I mean, not probably the
like
last
you
2
and
decades.
Johto, I'm running with a Zubat. Like,
Well, yeah, duh.
Yeah.
But like, oh man, I don't know. I've done it many times. Ages
I'm not touching
7 to
knockdown.
14.
I just don't. I love talking to people about it because I think it's really funny that it's something that comes up as like a credential for myself nowadays. Because for the longest time it took me a very long time, and this is me being a little personal, and I apologize, Bo, that I'm making this segment a little bit about how Thatch feels.
Great.
But
I'm your nemesis.
I know. But like for the longest time, I would say up until like maybe the past like even 3 or 4 years, like I never saw myself as like a podcaster or a content creator. I have genuinely, and I still kind of see myself to this day as this way, but like I've genuinely just seen myself as just like a super Pokemon fan. And that's why I do this, right? I just keep doing it. I'm a Pokemon fan that made a podcast and wouldn't stop. And I kind of still see myself that way, but now I've finally like taken on like the content creator moniker, and I've kind of felt it, mostly because it makes it easier to go talk to other content creators and try to figure out what we can do better. So I don't know. It's been real weird for me. It's been a growth journey even to like the past 4 years. And it's really cool that it comes up in like discussions about like professional things as well. Like I've been invited to be on podcasts for like work related stuff as well, because the place where I work actually has a podcast that interviews scientists once a month.
That's neat.
And I was like, well, I feel like I'm uniquely qualified to do that,
Yeah.
to come on a podcast and talk to you.
Cross qualification.
I think post COVID people look at podcasts differently.
Oh yeah, certainly. I mean, I always just like also wanted to do radio, and I think this is the closest thing I'll ever get to it. I mean, also, who listens to radio anymore anyway? So,
time.
Yeah, but yeah. Anything else like cool or interesting you guys did throughout the week you want to bring up? We got some time for like one thing. If not, we could just move on.
I've been playing Sim Unite, but I get tilted really easily, and so I put it down very fast. I play like 2 games and I get like so mad, like unreasonably mad for 20 minutes of gameplay. And so
I tried playing Unite last month for the badge bonanza, but the solo queue is rough.
I can't believe the solo queue is rough. I can believe that. Yeah, I just haven't. It's just that it requires so much time, or I would have gotten into it. There's just so much Pokemon to play nowadays that it's really hard. It's really hard, I'm
not very good at it either. Like
there's just too hard. It's just too much Pokemon. Too much Pokemon.
There's a lot, and there is a lot on the horizon too.
Mm-hmm.
I want to play with Empoleon though. Fun. Yeah.
Oh, Empoleon sounded incredibly broken. Is my understanding.
Yeah. But yeah. All right. Well, you know what? Let's end the segment here. We've got some news to talk about, so we can kick it on over to that. So let's cue that epic music ball bounce thing. Welcome to the news. We've got a lot to talk about, actually, like a surprisingly large amount of news to talk about, which is interesting.
Significantly less substantial than the past couple weeks.
Yeah, absolutely. So starting October 31st, the anime is going to be entering a new chapter, the Rising Again arc, where Liko and Roy head to the Blueberry Academy and potentially become stronger. And Dot, yeah. But yeah, and there's even in the artwork, they've got a picture of Freed in like the background. So maybe he's coming back. Who knows? That could be cool. That could be fun. There's a Tinkaton. That's cool.
I'm hoping caught up in English. Not a ton of spoilers, please.
Oh, there's a time skip. I apologize in advance. And there's Megas now. Sorry.
Stop. I just said please.
I just said please, Thatch. God.
No, Mega Evolution is everywhere, and you must love it.
Okay.
I do,
okay.
and I would like to see it with a surprise.
You know what? Mega Evolution is back, and I do love it, and I need everybody to know.
Mega Evolution is literally everywhere.
I love it.
Love it.
I do. This is definitely like fan service for Thatch and nobody else. Like, this is who this is for.
No, I think there's a lot of people who like Mega Evolution, but still.
It gives me the same feeling as going Super Saiyan 2 in DBZ.
Yeah.
Just like every time that would happen for an entire season, it was just like the hypest thing. And it didn't matter like what happened. And same with Mega Evolution.
I agree with you.
I remember 2013, it would be like, I'm on a route. Here's a level 22 Skidoo. Mega Evolve.
Yes.
Like, that thing is dead.
That it is gone.
Charizard.
Exactly, every time.
If moving on though, if you're a big fan of Litten and Build-A-Bear, boy, do I have the crossover for you. Litten is coming to Build-A-Bear. Everybody and everybody clapped.
I mean, I'm still traumatized from Build-A-Bear because I watched Nip Tuck in high school. And yeah, there was a really creepy scene. And
Oh, there's going to be a new Pokemon Center in Japan. This matters to everybody. Most everybody listening to this show, this is relevant to you. In the Pokemon Center Kagawa on October 24th, that's opening up. Pikachu and Slowpoke in a relaxed state are at the entrance. So yeah, you could go check that out if you live in Japan or are in Japan at that time, I guess. There's a lottery for a pre-event. I don't know. Most Pokemon centers are the same in Japan. I'm not going to lie to you guys. After
don't they have like one special item or something?
Sometimes they'll have like a special Pikachu plush at each one, and that'll be about it. Now there will be some variation in items from place to place because some are just stocked better than others. And that's just pro tip: if you're going to Tokyo, you can 100% skip the Pokemon Center in Tokyo Station, like 100%. You can skip that one. You can go to literally any other Pokemon Center and see all of the things and more. So that's just pro tip for Pokemon Centers in Japan. I did really like
nowadays they do have the medals that you can collect from Pokemon Centers.
That's true too. Yeah, I do like.
So there might be some value in going and scanning the QR code or whatever they have there.
There's a couple of them. There's 2 Pokemon Centers in Osaka, and I forget which one it is. There's one of them in Osaka though that is very good. I really liked it. It was in part of a bigger mall. And there's also a Nintendo store like right next to it. So you can go to the Nintendo store right afterwards and buy Pikmin merch for some reason there. Like they have Pikmin merch. Very weird.
I mean, we have one of those in the US now too, right?
Yeah, we have a Nintendo store. Yeah. I mean, that's what the Pokemon Center turned into, is a Nintendo store. But I don't know. It was pretty cool.
Pikmin beats butt.
No,
awesome.
Like you could very clearly see like which franchises Nintendo is pushing at the Nintendo store in Japan. It was like, here's Mario, here's Pikmin, here's Animal Crossing, here's Legend of Zelda, and that was about it. No Kirby. No Kirby.
Oh, I guess Kirby's like technically second party or whatever. But
yeah. Kirby did not make it. Donkey Kong was part of like kind of the Mario section.
I was gonna say, I know they're selling Donkey Kong more.
I think they tried to push. I think they tried to push Splatoon a little bit, but not that much. There were like 6 franchises, though. They were just like, these are our core franchises, and we don't care about anything else really. And I can tell you, 2 of them were not Star Fox or Metroid.
I would not have expected either of them.
But yeah, all right. Moving on to other news. Speaking of conventions and way to spend money, Pokemon XP delayed their early pass registration. They're trying to figure that out still. So yeah, they're going to announce more details on when you can finally sign up for Pokemon XP, which for those of you at home who forgot about it, maybe like I did today, Pokemon XP is like the Pokemon convention they want to put on alongside Pokemon Worlds next year. I do like the idea of like going to San Francisco. I've been looking for a good excuse to do that. So this might be what I do. Honestly, okay, Bo, hear me out. This is like really dumb, the dumbest way to get to San Francisco, but I kind of want to do it.
You want to go by train?
Yes. Yes, actually though.
I'm down.
I want to get
train.
There's a train that goes from Chicago to San Francisco, and I want to take that so bad. It's like 3 days.
I
But
mean, it sounds like a good adventure, though.
it is, though. It is. It's like one of the things I want to do.
You and I are very much alike on. We're
Yes.
we're both that level on the spectrum that we were train kids growing up, and that's
It's not
never
even
left.
It's not even that. It's just like that route is so beautiful because they take you through the Rocky Mountains.
Yeah, though.
It's actually like a really
Okay.
cool route. And I really just have been looking for an excuse to get on that train and go to San Francisco. So this might be it. This might be it, Bo. We get on the train to San Francisco, and
Guys,
it's 3 days.
Are we bringing
Maybe.
wives?
I might bring
Guys
my wife.
trip,
I don't know. We can
Okay.
discuss.
I can
Well,
get married by then.
We'll just sit rocking on the train going, I'm on the road to Viridian City. We're just 3 days of that constantly.
Just
It's
3
fine.
days. Yeah, no, we should definitely bring our wives.
Oh, all right. Well, Thatch is done with his segment.
Heck yeah, that leads right into mine.
Tell
Welcome to
me
the
about-
video game news. This is your sports section.
Sports. Welcome to the sports.
Welcome to sports. Empoleon has been released in Pokemon Unite. Alongside of a over-the-top
Hollowware.
regal royal hollowware that adds a crown to his arty crown that's on his face. It's great. Anyway, go check that out. I don't think you can purchase it yet. You can only unlock it doing the thing right now.
It's an unlock guy?
I could not purchase it with gems this morning.
Weird.
But
Weird.
okay.
No, it's got the dice thing. I think you can probably purchase it with gems on the
okay.
dice thing. But I went to go buy it from the store and it wasn't there today.
Maybe
Interesting.
Okay, I assumed it was like a regular release. That's cool.
Yeah, it's a little different. I haven't played in a while, so I didn't know what to expect. And the in other news, the Monterey Regional had a team with Scyther and Gargasalt as the win.
Oh, oops. This one. Yes.
Neat.
Garnacle?
Neat.
Garnacle?
Garganical.
You guys say Garganical? No, it's Gargasalt.
I mean, it's a really
Gargasol.
smart name, and I like what they did with it.
Gargasodium chloride?
Yeah, it's brilliant.
Gargasodium
It's
chloride.
such a smart name.
It is actually though. Like, yeah, Knackle Stack is still one of my favorite things to say. I'm not gonna lie.
I
like saying
always put an
Knackle
extra
Stack.
L in there. Knackle Stack is good though. I say
Knackle Stack. Knackle Stackle.
And then the
I like
regionals
saying
have
it.
special merch.
Yeah, I saw that, dude. This is actually really cool. I kind of want one of these Landorus jerseys
Check
so
it
I
out.
can live in the prime. Yeah, there's actually really cool. They've got jerseys. This is the first time regionals themselves have had like specific merch, which is really cool. Sleeves, deck boxes, play mats,
Leather
sweatshirts.
jacket.
Yeah, a leather jacket, which is interesting. I don't know. I feel like the leather jacket's going to lead to like a bunch of people wearing that to regionals
then
itself
melting.
and like be like edgy and then melting. Yes.
I mean,
Yeah.
if you buy it in the fall, it's probably fine. If you're buying it in the summer,
Yeah,
I'm
tell me
sorry
about
for
it.
you.
That's cool that
The
they're like
Landorus
expanding their
jersey
merch.
is very.
Yeah, it's very.
The
I'm hyped. I'm hyped for that.
Incineroar,
Actually.
of course.
I would buy the Landorus jersey. Like if if
love these.
somebody's going to a regional championship, reach out to me. I'll pay you for that Landorus jersey.
The one thing I kind of wish is that the pin had like the city on it.
Yeah. They did that
I think
for
that
a
would
lot
be
of the
cool.
for like the day 2 events that like day 2 was running. For regionals, they actually had a coin where you would go enter a side event and you could win the coin for playing. And it would be a coin that said Pokemon Regional Championships with the city on it. It was actually really nice.
Yeah, I think that would have been cool for the pin.
Yeah.
I got a hat from the Collinsville regional we were at.
Yeah.
We recorded that show a million years ago, I think with Viger.
Yeah. That was like 2018. That wasn't that long ago.
2018.
That was
7 years
2018.
ago.
That was when I was Ash Ketchum and I got top 16 at a Pokemon Regional Championship without trying.
You did. Yeah. I guess it was. I think
Pokemon champion Thatch. You know, that's
That was one of my favorite memories because I remember being at the 4-in-1 table and I was playing the guy in the Pikachu onesie And
Oh,
I remember I beat him, and I got up and I walked over to you, and he goes, "So you won?" And I was just like, "How'd you know?" He goes, "As soon as I saw that guy put his hood up, I knew you were winning." Because the guy got real quiet, put the hood up on the Pikachu onesie, and like he like locked in. I think because I opened up with every conversation when somebody's like, "How are you doing?" I'm like, "I was just here to go 0-3 and then go hang out with my friends in St. Louis, but I keep winning." I think they just thought I would not try. And it would like put them off their game, and then I would win. So I guess that's the pro tip. Just tell people you're not there to try, and then maybe you too can be top 16 at a Pokemon Regional Championship.
I want to go to this just for this merch.
Dude, tell me about it though. Actually though,
Because
merch
like
is
I
really
also
cool.
really like the Pachirisu. The Salamence T-Tar Pachirisu Garchomp combo hoodie is hidden for me.
So
That's
anybody going to one of these, hit us up. We'll pay you. Okay.
Next
send you
month is
dollars.
up in Wisconsin. That's kind of close to you, right?
Kind of
It
close.
is.
Oh,
Assertively.
to Bo. Yes.
Yes.
To me, yeah.
I was gonna be like,
It
that's like a
looks
10-hour
there's something
drive.
in Indian. It looks like there should be something in Indiana, according to the map that they showed early on.
Yeah, I'm not worried
They
about
haven't
it.
announced anything yet, though.
I'm not worried about it.
Indiana's great. One time I drove to Indianapolis for a concert and then didn't adjust for the chime change and then got there an hour later and only saw the last 30 minutes of a show and then went to a bar for 30 minutes and then drove all the way back to St. Louis and then still made it for last call at my girlfriend's bar. It's one of my proudest stories. Anyway, I won't tell you what concert it is. Anyway.
Let's
that's
move
been
on.
sports. Back to you, Sigma.
All right. Next up, we got Pokemon Go news. Starting on the 23rd, which is Tuesday, we have a completely normal event.
Okay.
If you need Ditto for quests, you can catch Dittos. And you can also evolve your beloved Dunsparce. Yay.
The Dunsparce.
The Dun. Also, Sunday is a Mega Camerupt Raid Day, where you can get Mega Camerupt for the first time. And then the week after, you can get Mega Metagross, and then there's only Mega Mewtwo until like the middle of the month, when there's a significant increase in the number of Megas that there can be added to the game.
I think they're just trying to wrap up everything until by the time ZA comes out, because
they
ZA's
got all the old Megas out before the new game releases.
with the
except for
DLC.
Mewtwo.
With the DLC, I see like 50 new Megas coming. It's going to be insane.
I was so excited when I saw Raichu because of those stupid leaks from months ago.
I know,
It's like,
and
those
Raichu
weren't in
wasn't
leaks.
in the leaks. It was great. I was like,
Everything's
this is
on the
awesome.
table again. I am so happy.
Yeah.
I was ecstatic to see that Raichu.
Yeah, Raichu's great. Raichu's the
Happiest
savior.
I've been seeing anything about the game.
Yes.
It's like, oh, everything is possible. And
Yes.
nobody knows what's coming. I love it.
Everything is possible.
Flygon can be a dream again. In TCG news, Mega Evolutions releases Friday, meaning that Thursday afternoon it comes to TCG Live, where you can get a Mega Lucario deck. And if you climb up to tier 50, you can get a Mega Gardevoir deck, which I believe is just a Gardevoir deck with a Mega Evolution in it now.
And this is the only time you'll ever see these cards, because you can't buy them. I just want them to fix the supply, and I don't think they can. Like, I just don't think they can.
I don't know that they can, because the stupid scalpers just will scalp more.
Yeah.
Like, they need to have something that blows up on their face. Like,
Yeah.
maybe the Charizard set will do that.
I don't think it will, because it's going to still have Charizard in it. Like, Charizard itself
But it's
can
a
carry
small
a
set. And a
Yeah, but
small set seems to be. So I'm interested in how it'll work.
If there's a Charizard in every pack, then I think it'll blow up in their face.
Mhm.
That's what I was gonna say. Is just release because this year is year of the Eevee, 2026 year of the
Year of
Charizard.
Charizard.
Every single because Eevee has a ton of evolutions. Charizard is Charizard plus Charizard Megas.
Charizard Z still on the table, right?
And Reggie Drago.
That's what I was about to say.
And
Charizard
Reggie
Z
Drago.
on the table.
Charizard
Mega Reggie
Z.
Drago. Look. I'm
Mega
for
Reggie
this. I
Drago,
want them-
and it just becomes a Charizard.
It's just
No,
Charizard X. It's
Look.
got blue flames around it now.
It's just Charizard X.
Okay. But I want them to go off the walls with some megas. Like, give me Mega Ultra Beast. Give me Mega
Dude.
Paradox.
Dude, I would
Like,
love
See,
something
that's the
random
kind of
mega.
stuff I'd love to see for
yes.
Generation 10. I kind of hope Mega Evolution stays for that, but I don't know.
I don't think it
Yeah.
will after this. Like after all the stuff that we're seeing now, I just don't think it will.
Getting
Like,
DLC means it's less likely to me, but
Yeah.
it's not impossible because ideally it comes out next year and it's still a celebration of 30 years.
well, Gen 10 definitely comes out next year, and we get all the cool stuff. It's fine. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
like
Stresses me out
just
thinking
because
about
it's
it.
the 30th anniversary game, I could see them continuing Mega Evolutions, but I could also see a world where we get like a new Beast and a new Paradox. But
I would
game.
love for the 30th anniversary game to just like, I want to see the trailer where the trainer's just wearing all of the bracelets like Ash was at the end of the anime. Like I want that.
We get the
The
ugly
Omni band.
bracelet.
Dude, okay, I'm so upset by the amount of cool ways you can wear your Megastone in the games, like we see other characters do, and then I
And they're
don't
just
get to
like
do that.
Omni-band.
I get the ugly bracelet and the Omni band. Like, I want the Omni necklace. Like, give me something cool. You know? It's very frustrating.
No, I would definitely have a vampire pendant looking,
Yeah.
totally dramatic Megastone. Absolutely.
Give me at least like the mega fashionable watch, you know? Like, I want that.
I'm still hopeful that maybe we see it in ZA.
I'm hoping it's part of the trainer customization.
Like
I haven't
if
seen
any
it yet.
game will do it, it's a Kalos game that will do it.
Yeah.
But
Give me a
agree.
mega toe ring.
Finish us up though here, Sigma, so we don't go on too long about this.
so over last weekend there was a Frankfurt regional, and Greninja made 11th place,
Oh,
and Pulp
that's
Blaziken made top 4, which is
weird.
cool. I've seen Pulp Blaziken lists from Japan. I've never seen them in the West.
That's
ever.
wild. There
was Conkeldurr in 13th too. Good for Conkeldurr.
Mm-hmm. Good for them. Look at that. Unfortunately, God of War won, so that sucks, but it's fine.
Well, the reason we didn't talk about the Mexico regional here was because like over half the decks were God of War.
Just God of War. Yeah, I believe that.
You know, that's how it is sometimes.
All right, guys. So for the rest of you at home, Puckle's Badge Bonanza. That's the last thing we have. It's just Hoenn. Play however you want to play Hoenn, as long as it's Hoenn. Don't be British Gent and play Sinnoh somehow.
Yeah,
I don't know how he did it, but he did it. He did it. He's like, I got to mount Coronet, so I deserve the silver badge. And I'm just like, when was that ever announced as one of the ways to do this? I thought it was funny though. We gave him the badge. We gave him the badge anyway, but
That's
but,
like when my friend drove to Springfield, Illinois instead of Springfield, Missouri.
Yeah. Wo-Chien's News Corner, news brought to you at a snail's pace. Everybody's favorite segment. 10 years ago this week, Pokemon Super Mystery Dungeon released in Japan. They also released a bunch of system themes for 3DS, including a 151 Mewtwo. I own that one. TCG Break. I also own that one. And 2 Super Mystery Dungeon themes. I don't own those.
I don't know those either.
I remember Super Mystery Dungeon because I was like, oh, this is when I get into Mystery Dungeon, and I played it. I was like, wow, this is terrible, and it turns out it's nothing like a real Mystery Dungeon game at all.
I thought
it's just
it wasn't
too easy.
that bad,
It was just too easy. It was too easy. It also falls. There's a problem that happens with like modern video games that I don't like, and it's like the lack of an actual tutorial. Like what they do is they like force feed you a tutorial. They're like, here's the player's manual as the first 2 hours of the game. And I would say that's what that had. I mean, I would say Pokemon Sun and Moon also has that problem.
Sun and Moon was pretty bad with it.
So does Sword and Shield. Sword and Shield's very bad about it. But a lot of early video game design would integrate that into the gameplay. Like maybe this is a boomer take.
I mean, one of the things I really liked about Sword and Shield was if you caught a Pokemon before the catching tutorial, Leon's just like, oh,
yeah, you could
good
say
job.
that,
and then he just leaves. It's like
you could say that, but then I'd look at like the Gen 2 catching tutorial that most people don't know exists, because what happens is at some point a guy walks up to you in Gen 2 and he goes, hey, do you want me to teach you how to catch Pokemon? And you can say yes or no. And if you say no, he's like, okay, go along. And like, that's it. You're done.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that about Sword and Shield when I was doing like the speed run. It's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
you just got to go catch like a Wooloo for XP, but also it skips
Yeah.
the catching tutorial, so you should do that. It's like,
You
oh
can-
okay.
Yeah.
Also, very easily skip the catching tutorial in red and blue.
Yes, you can.
Like yellow
Yeah.
makes you do it, but red and blue does not. It's super
Yeah.
easy to not do it.
Yeah. I mean, this is the thing in just like older video games. Like, I'm going to take us to Super Mario Brothers, like the original Super Mario Brothers. In World 1-1, it like like during the gameplay of level 1-1, you learn how everything works in Mario. The
Just by
jumping just by playing. And that's kind of the way Pokemon used to be. Granted, it's a lot more complicated now, right? But
Mhm.
so maybe you can't do that. But I think just showing people how to do it like once is probably good enough. I don't know. I don't
think
like being
small
force fed.
things like including, oh, this move is super effective after you battled a Pokemon before. That's a nice thing.
That's cute. Yeah, I think that's
It doesn't
fine.
need like a tutorial. It's like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, that's cool.
There are certain games like Pokemon is a pretty like low bar of entry. Like even if you have no idea what you're doing, like just by pushing buttons and reading what comes on the screen, you can figure it out pretty quickly.
Unless you're
Yeah,
trying to
like
get into Saffron
having-
City, but yes.
Right. Well, there are some challenges, right? Like as you get into the game, there are some larger puzzles to solve, and I do think that is taken away a lot from the games where it's like, okay, there's no more figuring it out. It's like we're going to show you exactly what to do, and then you just go do it.
Exactly.
You know, so
Yeah.
there are plenty of games where it's like, yeah, I do need at least 30 minutes of you telling me what to do because this game is complicated and I don't like, you know, there's 60 different button inputs that you need me to do on a fly, you know, just to play the game. So it's like, yeah, I need that tutorial so I can get used to that. But Pokemon is not that. It's arrow
very
buttons and A. You know, like
Very
You are selecting menus and you are going back. That's it.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm going to cut us off there because we have a topic to get to.
Yep.
So I want to get to that topic today. So we're going to go ahead and kick it straight on over to the topic. Welcome to our topic. Our topic today is going to be Pokemon's biggest flops. The places where we think Pokemon just kind of missed the mark over the years. We did this as a Poke Opinion like a month ago, and I really liked it as an idea because I just think there are so many places where Pokemon's kind of just, they've done so many things over the years that I think they've just kind of missed the mark entirely. And I mean, I have one really hot take, and I don't want to kind of waste it at the beginning, but yeah, do you guys? I mean, I also did the Poke Opinion, but yeah, go ahead, Bo.
I have a
go ahead.
fun one. I have a fun one that you kind of have to have been around for a while to even know about it. Do you remember the Pokemon trading figure game?
Yes, we talked about this when we did the what's it called, the episode on, or we did the Poke Opinion, the Pokemon trading figure game. Now I have so many opinions about this game because I don't think it was necessarily a bad game. I think that
a flop.
It was definitely a flop because it didn't go anywhere. And then they brought it back as Pokemon Duel on mobile. Like that was just the
On
Pokemon
mobile?
trading. Yeah.
That also disappeared very quickly.
Yeah, but people liked it. It was just that the way they monetized it was pretty aggressive.
Very.
So it was just very aggressive the way that they monetized it. I think that it was just ahead of its time. These are my thoughts on the Pokemon trading figure game. It was just ahead of its time because if you look at like 2014 timeframe when Amiibo were announced,
Amiibo,
Amiibos
Skylanders, you know.
I think Pokemon trading figure game, if it would have come out like 5 years later, would have popped off so well.
Well, in so many tabletop games, too. I mean, a downscaled Pokemon version of Warhammer, you know, or even there's the Marvel and Star Wars one. I forget what that's called, but I mean, that's still going, you know, not that I see a ton of people playing it, but I mean, they're still selling.
I mean, there was like a physical media revolution almost like in, I would say around 2014. I mean, and this is just like zeitgeist and outside of Pokemon even, but I feel like a lot of physical media really picked up around then. Probably because we've been like this was after Netflix finally like forced everybody to do streaming and stuff like that, and there might have been a little bit of a yearning for a physical collectible, right? After DVDs didn't exist. And I think that allowed people to have the idea of picking up stuff like an amiibo or something like that much more palatable than it was in 2006. Also, granted, a lot of Pokemon fans in 2006 were still in their teens and did not have expendable income. And in 2014, we definitely had expendable income.
The nostalgia was real. Like people were looking for nostalgia in that time. And
I think I think the trading figure game was just ahead of its time. Like I think it would have popped off if you would have waited, because especially 2014 Dungeons and Dragons 5th edition kicks off, a bunch of other stuff that like really brought people together to play like physical games.
That's also mostly what I was going to get at, is that it was ahead of its time. It's a fun game and fun concept, but the physical collectible at the time, where I feel like coming out of like the late 90s into the early 2000s, where it's like everything was like consumer, buy this little thing, little thing. And we already had every little thing was already a Pokemon toy. You know, it's like, well, now we're buying these specific ones that are more expensive than everything else for some reason. You know, I think it was just,
It was the wrong time.
Anyway.
It was also kind of like in a lull of Pokemon too, because it came out in Gen 3 when Pokemon kind of hit the bottom, right? Pokemon definitely hit a bottom in Gen 3 where it had to kind of reinvent itself as its brand instead of just being like, oh, this is like a really cool monster catching game.
Because that was also around the time that 4Kids lost the rights to the anime, so voices changed. And
it was a weird time to be a Pokemon fan. Back
like it's when a lot of the original people were dropping out of it. Granted, they'll come back. A lot of them come back eventually, but I know that's when I was a little less into it. Like I got Sapphire and I played a lot of Sapphire, but I didn't bother with Fire Red, Leaf Green, and then I got back in Emerald, I guess. But,
I feel like you hear a lot of folks be like, I played Gen 1 and Gen 2, and then I came back in Gen 5 or Gen 6. Or I played Gen 1, 2, and 3, and then I came back in Gen 6.
Exactly.
Or Gen 7.
That happened a lot. There was a lull around Gen 3 where that's why Fire Red and Leaf Green actually came out. It was because there was a lull after Ruby and Sapphire came out. They saw that the sales declined, and they're like, okay, we're going to capture a new audience by reusing the games that launched the whole craze to begin with.
Oh yeah, well that was the original deck set, right? Was Ruby Sapphire Pokedex. We only had 200 out of the 380 something at the time.
Yep,
and,
you're right.
It was like, well, I can't even get freaking Squirtle. Are you kidding me? I can't get Meowth. Like,
tell me about it. Tell me about it.
So,
what did you have any of them?
That's a flop right there.
Did you have a flop in mind, Sigma?
Yeah, Pokemon Dash. If you ever played that game.
Okay, yeah, that was a bad game, but that's okay. It
was a really bad game.
That was for. Go ahead, keep going.
I didn't own it. My sister did, and it's one of those games that destroys your DS screen, kind of like Pokemon Ranger, but everyone seems to let that slide for some reason.
Because Pokemon Ranger is a terrible game. Like the original one's terrible. Nobody remembers the original Ranger. They remember the other one where you like save circles.
Yeah, I don't like the games that destroy your DS screen. And Ranger was definitely one of the ones that did that. But so was Dash. Dash, you like repeatedly swiped in one direction to run. It had Emerald compatibility, which was like kind of a joke. Because what it would do is it would make like a race course based on your Pokemon that are in your decks or something like that, or in your party. And then based on its level is how much time you have to complete it, which is just really weird decisions.
Actually, not
a lot of characters.
The special, I don't know it. I never played Pokemon Dash because it was one of like the first games on the DS. It was a
launch title, right?
Yeah. After completing the regular cup, special courses are unlocked. Pokemon Dash includes 420 special courses in the shape of Pokemon sprites. Most of them are obtainable by inserting a core series game in the Game Boy Advance slot of a Nintendo DS and selecting from the party a Pokemon whose Fire Red and Leaf Green sprite will become a course map. Besides these 417 different courses, every Pokemon in Generation 4, every Pokemon prior to Generation 4, including Unknown and Deoxys's alternate forms and an
I was
egg.
gonna say that would be why. Yeah, I'm like, how are we getting 400 with that?
Yeah, with 386
stacks? And I'm like, oh yeah, Unknown exists. Yeah, that will get us there.
There are also 3 event-exclusive special courses that can be downloaded from official events, which included a Flying Munchlax, which has a cute sprite, actually. I'm not going to lie. And Flying Pikachu and a Pikachu on a Lapras. These are actually like really incredible sprites, and I'm kind of a fan. I'm not going to lie. The sprites are really cool. But yeah. Oh, man. Yeah, no, Pokemon Dash was a terrible game. I don't think nobody remembers it. Nobody remembers it at all.
As they shouldn't. Everyone remembers Ranger. Everyone asks for new Rangers. I'm like,
it was
okay.
I think this is just in the Japanese market. In the Japanese market, by the 109th week it was on the shelves, so a little over 2 years later, it had only sold 360,000 copies.
More than it should have.
Yeah, in Japan.
I thought you were
that
going to hard
include
stop at 360 for real.
All right, but let me go ahead and let me give you mine. I have like a real hot take, and because people get mad at me for hating on this game a lot, or they used to more so than they do now. But I think Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee was a flop.
Wow, hot take. No, I mean, I think they were a misstep. I don't think it's a flop because they sold like 7 million copies or whatever.
No, I think they only did that because they rode on the fact that they were the first Pokemon games on the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah,
I think that is the only reason. I think if we would have had Pokemon Sword and Shield and then Pokemon Let's Go, they would not have sold nearly as well. I don't think they would have sold nearly as well. I don't think they flop. I don't think they lived up to their potential, and I think they were a misstep. But I don't think we'd call them a flop. If you actually look at the like the sales chart of the games as well, in terms of like how they sold, there's a spike like the day of release, and then they just never sell a copy again. Essentially, like they just never sell a copy because a lot of people play it and they're like, oh wow, okay, that's what this is, okay, and they do it. I think it was more of a flop in that I think that Pokemon at the time, sometimes I question I don't want to say intelligence, but I question the judgment of the upper management at TPCI, because I think what they saw was in 2016, a resurgence of Pokemon, right? Because X and Y was doing really well, and then Pokemon Go came out, and they go, oh man, Pokemon Go is out. We got to drag all these Pokemon Go players to the Nintendo Switch. And so they came up with Pokemon Let's Go as that way to do it. I don't think it was successful in doing that. I don't think... I mean, maybe this is a little bit rose-colored glasses, but I don't think those communities need to mix, if that makes sense. Like Pokemon Go is making plenty of money. I don't know if you need to put them in a video game.
I mean, I think they wanted the people who came back to Pokemon Go to have like something that felt maybe.
I don't know. I don't like it.
I think they were trying to draw the bridge or create a bridge between the two. That was just an unnecessary link. You know what I mean?
Yeah, because they can just. Like they can play a regular Pokemon game.
Exactly.
They'll get it. They understand catching Pokemon. You know, it's a little different here than there, but not that different, you know? So, yeah.
The real misstep is not like bringing back those signature moves for Pikachu and Eevee into the real games.
Yeah, they never came back, which was a little wonky.
I think that would be really cool to have the evolutions to have signature moves like that.
That would be cool, actually. That would have been cool.
I want my baddie bad Umbreon.
Baddie bad. Baddie bad. Partner Pikachu and partner Eevee were so weird. Well, weird Pokemon. But, you know, I just feel like they didn't hit the way they were supposed to. And, I mean, I know that there's going to be somebody in the comments that's just like, Thatch, these were actually really good games, and they're my favorite. And that I'm not trying to devalue that. I just personally think that this was a weird time to be a Pokemon fan. And this was a weird choice for them to make.
They look pretty. I'll give them that.
They do look pretty. They do look pretty. I don't disagree. They do look pretty. But yeah, I just think it's a weird game. I don't think it needs to happen, but that's just Thatch's opinion.
I got another one.
Yeah, go ahead, Bo.
Pokemon Go Fest 1.
Okay, that was bad though. Like that was bad. Oh man, Pokemon
Wasn't
Go
that during
Fest.
PuckleCon and we got to laugh at it?
Yeah. Oh my gosh,
PuckleCon was way more successful than Pokemon Go Fest.
dude. I remember the first Pokemon Go Fest when that happened, and then just reading the news of like, yeah, so they didn't have the bandwidth to handle everybody being there, and you couldn't do anything the entire day because it didn't work.
Most of the people that showed up at GoFest did not get the raid that was exclusive for the GoFest or whatever, while other people around the globe were like getting all the Lugia raids like everywhere.
Yeah, we were doing it. We were doing it.
We were doing them.
We were doing them
during PuckleCon. We got the Articuno.
In my brain forever is that child screaming at us to help him win. We're like, that's not how that works, buddy. Oh my gosh. Crying, screaming child, screaming, help me.
That happened.
I'm like, while Lugia or Articuno or whatever is just trashing him. And I'm like, well, them's the breaks, bud. You got to learn some way.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway. That was bad. Nobody could
forgot
connect
about
in.
that one.
Most people failed. That was
pretty bad.
That was a flop.
That one, I do remember that. That was a flop, though. That was.
What about the Azure flute?
The Azure. I don't think. Okay, I don't know if that was a flop.
I think that's fine.
I think it was.
It's a flop.
How do you think it's a flop?
Not hitting the US.
I think not giving it
anywhere. They didn't put it in Japan either. I don't think
they didn't either. See, that's what I mean. They just gave it. They're just
like, here, have an Arceus.
Yeah, I feel.
Fine.
I don't know. I just feel like it's a weird decision by the leadership of Pokemon. One, I really do not think that Pokemon's leadership understands its fan base a lot of the times, and I can get behind a game producer being like, well, I want the game to be played this way and trying to force us to do that. But there was an interview with Masuda about the Azure Flute where he just said like it's too confusing for players to use. It's just like, no, is it though?
Mount Coronet.
I got through Ice Path, okay? Like nothing is too confusing.
Yeah, you're right.
I don't want to go back through a Mount Coronet.
It was just so weird.
I think it was the end of the world that you just were like, here's an Arceus, have fun with it, instead of being like, go catch it.
Flop.
I think what made it worse is that most Pokemon games, like, back then especially, like all of those events were just like in the game already anyway. It's really weird looking back on it because like the walkthrough walls cheats just like let you do it a lot of times. Like you go get Shaman with a walkthrough walls cheat in
but that's because it's on the same plane as everything else.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like way up there, so you can't do it.
But it's so weird that like you have games with lot content like that. Like thinking about that in retrospect, it's so weird. So weird.
Okay, real hot take. Not Thatch's weak hot take. That's not even a hot take.
It was hot.
Flop.
It was.
No, this one's hot.
Okay,
Black and White 2.
Whoa, no, those weren't. No.
Those were
not a misstep. Not a misstep. And hear me on why I say flop. We will never get another sequel like that because of the way Black and White 2 sold.
That's probably true.
I do agree with that actually, but
but then again, I'm kind of okay if sequels take the same
games.
I mean, that's Legend ZA, right? That's a sequel, presumably. I mean, it is just a sequel.
It is a sequel.
And I'm kind of okay if that's how they do sequels going.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I think that's better.
I was thinking it was alternate dimension kind of, but Legends Arceus isn't necessarily alternate dimension. It's just ambiguous past.
I just think that, the Legends games are the better way to do this, like to revisit them.
Oh, you're right.
Revisit regions.
Because now we have DLC too. DLC can take up the reign.
Yeah,
no, for sure.
Sequel.
I do.
I'm so excited for this DLC. I didn't talk about it last episode, but I think we're gonna get the DLC is gonna probably have some type of like XY Crisis, Zernia, Yveltal. I think we're gonna get a lot of XY stuff. Man,
a lot of things that I'm like, I don't know how they make it.
Z Mewtwo, Z Raichu. I want.
Dude, I kind of hope that they I hope they give us like a second Venusaur and a second Blastoise and like give those guys like their time to shine. This is
If they
completely off topic,
do
but yeah.
skip XY and just go Z. Like there's
Yeah, no,
Mega
no, no.
Venusaur and then Mega Venusaur Z.
No, there should just be Mega Venusaur, Mega Venusaur Z, and Mega Blastoise, Mega
Yeah.
Blastoise A, or something like that. Like it just needs to be like
or
that.
yeah, or they call the original one A and the new one Z. I could see
Yeah,
that.
something like that. Yeah.
Mhm.
No, they
I think
really
that would-
should. I think it would be really a cool way to
Man,
like.
I'm so
I don't
excited
know.
for these games.
I would stop making fun of Charizard so much if they did that. Just like brought Blastoise and Venusaur up to the level of Charizard.
No, you
I'd be
wouldn't.
happy. Yes, I would. I would be a much more amenable person to Charizard if they did that.
I'd still dog on him.
I mean, Charizard is cool, but it does get too much attention.
Charizard does, but I think if we let it take a backseat to Blastoise and Venusaur getting another Mega, I think I'd be very happy with that. I know they won't because they'll be like, oh, at the same time we also gave Charizard 2 new Megas. When we gave one
Charizard
to,
needed a ZNA form too. Yeah, sorry.
yeah, exactly. They're like, here's
Actually,
your
we just gave it a ZNA form, and it just fuses it with Blastoise and Venusaur.
yeah.
So now we can have Charizard.
Yeah.
Now we can have 3 Charizard starters. It's fine.
Actually, when you Mega Evolve
All the
Blastoise into
starters
Mega
are
Blastoise
Charizard.
Z, it just looks like Charizard. It gets wings. It's just
an
blue
orange
Charizard.
They both-
Blastoise. It's an
They
orange
both become
Blastoise with wings.
Mega Blastoise and Mega Venusaur C for Charizard.
Oh man. Okay. Do you guys have any other?
Going
do
on
you have any,
Gen 5 issue, Gen 5 mistakes. Let's talk about triples and rotation battle that never did anything.
Well, they were great on
Never-
the Pixel.
Yeah.
And then they broke the DS and 3DS. So
I don't
guess
even think they
3DS.
were good in black and white.
I think they're okay, but like I think there was a really cool idea to try to do something like as an in-game content. I thought it was cute and fun. As like competitive content, it's not fun. It makes no sense. I don't
think-
like it.
It was very weird that they had their own ladders in Gen 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't know. They just never felt like they were well cooked enough to be worth playing PvP with,
Mhm.
like in a competitive style.
I
mean, they tried
I'm
to do
okay-
a lot with triples, right? Because
no.
they made it so flying types could hit anywhere, which makes sense. Flying types have high versatility, so they could hit people not in their general direction. So if you're on right,
So-
you could attack left.
I'm the kind of person who's like also very when I think about like playing games and stuff like that, I don't try to min-max the game, if that makes sense. All the time. Like when I play Dungeons and Dragons, I think it's really cool to make an unoptimal character. I think that's a lot of fun.
I think that's how I
and-
like to do it, unless I'm doing
and
like competitive. But
I
yeah.
kind of like rotation battles and stuff like that. I think rotation battles are just too complicated. They don't make sense. But
You only get one Pokemon that gets like
I
an
know.
entry effect. It's
I
really
know.
weird.
It's very weird. I don't like it. But I do like just having really random battles where you just have too many different things that can happen, and so you can't predict. So you just play the game. I want that, where I don't have to sit there and think. I would love a format like that. And I think
See, I
triples
thought-
and rotation kind of did fill that void, right?
Mhm.
They don't need ladders, but it's very weird.
No, I don't think they needed ladders. I thought inverse was actually the most interesting of like, the
Inverse
things
was
that they were just
sweet.
trying out.
Inverse was so
Inverse
cool.
had a lot of potential compared to the others.
Yeah, actually, inverse battles were the best. Actually,
Yeah,
Uh,
inverse was tight.
inverse-
I was gonna say
inverse
the same
battles.
thing.
Inverse battles were the opposite of a flop. Like that was such a good idea. They never did anything
Yeah.
with.
Missed opportunity and
That's a
doing
missed
more.
opportunity. Is just the
Also,
inverse
in the
battle.
topic of black and white, having Zoroark and Zoroark be event only was
Oh yeah, what was that?
a decision.
What was
Like,
that?
Yeah.
As someone
yeah,
who
what was
played
that
at
black and
launch,
white?
that was really cool. As someone now who's like, wow, no one can go back and get a Zoro or a Zoroark playthrough. That kind of stinks.
That was just
That's a poor
just
decision.
Poor
What
planning.
weird are we doing?
Because
That's
even
so
in
weird.
2011, when those games came out, like Pokemon knew that their games have replayability. That's
Yes.
why all of them can link back to each other. Since then, is because people replay the games and want to play with their old Pokemon.
Yeah.
Like, what were you thinking? Leaving
Yeah,
those
the-
like
that was
Victini, I
such a-
understand.
Baffling move. I don't know.
Yeah, the regional Pokemon I understand, but
Mhm.
like a Pokemon required to complete the Pokedex,
Yeah.
like come on, what?
Like they fixed it in Black 2 and White 2, but not for the first games. What awful
Yeah.
decision.
Yeah.
What?
It
What
is.
were you doing?
It was so
They
weird.
did it again this gen. What are we doing?
With him?
Walking Wake exists now, and Iron Leaves.
No, that one will be fine at the end of the day. I believe Walking Wake and
but right
they'll
now
be
people
fine.
who pick up the game can't
is
get
weird.
them.
Yeah, no, it's very weird because I think what will happen is when they quote unquote sunset the events
It'll be the sunset raids, right? Like,
they'll be the raids. It's like how they have every Gigantamax in Sword and Shield now. Like
it's just very awkward for right now.
Yeah, it's awkward for now. Those will be available permanently as like 5-star raids in Scarlet and Violet when they end everything.
That is my expectation.
Yeah,
they should have just
I
been
didn't
in the
realize
DLC.
you couldn't get those in the DLC. That's wild. I didn't
no,
realize
they should have just been in the DLC. They should have just been in the DLC. Yeah,
that's wild.
Let's not talk about
Yeah.
the crystal tree in the DLC.
that did nothing. The crystal tree that did nothing.
Why was that in the trailers? Why did we focus on it so much?
There was a
meaningless.
cutscene. There was a cutscene, like in the game, where you're just like, yeah, this is the crystal tree that does nothing. By the way,
It's just it looks cool. We made it look cool.
no. You want to talk about a flop? Is the how those thing how like terrestrialization, the mystery, and the understanding of paradox Pokemon led to nothing at the end of the playthrough. There's like, yeah, different paths maybe from a different dimension, probably something like that. Probably, yeah, right. Yeah, that makes sense.
I mean, I thought the scene with the professor after you got Terapagos was cool, but that's about it.
That was about it, but like it doesn't answer
Creating
it.
a paradox where you name Koraidon, very cool.
Yeah, I do not like. I really I don't like how much setup they put into it, where they're just like, yeah, Heath went down there with his Cyclizar guys, and there's only 2 Koraidons for some reason. What? And it's just like, come on, there has to be something there where like we turn the Cyclizar into a Koraidon or a Miraidon, and it's like, nope, that's not what happened at all. No, don't worry about it. No, it's fine.
Yeah, I feel like there was more to explore that we just didn't.
Yeah, I feel like they phoned in. I think they just kind of phoned in the end.
Storytelling.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
They're just cowards. They did a very similar thing. I won't say similar, but the ending of Legends Arceus also, a coward. You just stay there. You finish the game, and the whole time they're like, you're a boy from time, or a person from out of time. Like, well, you got to get back to your time, and then you got to help them solve and live there. And then you solve it, and they're like, yeah, and you all just stay there. Like, okay.
I really hope that we
still a
revisit the Kojita and Ingo story.
Yes,
I don't care
hope
about
so.
the main character; they can stay there. But
yeah,
they don't have any.
I would love to. I want to see like a Legends Unova where we find Ingo's brother. What's his brother's name?
Emmett.
Yeah. I hope we see a legend story where Emmett's there and he's just like, so my brother's gone and I don't know what happened. I'm kind of losing it.
Have you ever played Red Dead Redemption 2?
Yes.
When the guys run around like every different town is just Gavin, but it's just Emmett.
It's
just
Emmett.
like
Ingo. Yes.
Like, let me see my brother. He's lost.
He's
like,
lost.
Oh, no, I haven't. Oh no.
I have seen him, but that was 10 years ago in Pokemon Legend Arceus.
I haven't. My character now in my cute little ZA top or whatever, flashy lime green jacket from the future, has not seen him.
I do hope they ask. I hope there is like some tie-in with ZA to Arceus somehow. Like I'm hoping there's something, like some small nod. I can only hope so.
Kojita is such an easy character to just randomly appear or something.
Yeah. I would hope so. I mean, I just kind of also hope for some like proper Unova content that's not Blueberry Academy. But
right? It feels like it was skipped in line. It's so sad. It and Johto both feel like they deserve.
It's been a minute.
Something.
Yeah.
I would be. I mean, I will say what I think is the opposite of a flop that I think everybody thinks is a flop, which is BDSP, Brilliant Diamond, Shining Pearl.
Love those games.
I think those are fantastic games. I think they're really fun, especially if you didn't overhype yourself during the reveal cycle and you actually listen to them
just
talk.
Believe them when they said that it's a faithful remake.
If you just believe them,
I think that's what,
you'll be fine.
That's what Let's Go could have been. I think Let's Go could have been like BDSP. Boom, fine, great, love it.
I think
Kanto with the little extra.
I'm a big proponent, and what I would really love to see Pokemon do. I don't think they will do it because they don't want my money or something. I don't know. I think it would be really cool, especially now that like a lot of things are getting to the Nintendo Switch. One, I think I've said this before. I think this is a flop that we still don't have like a Nintendo Online version or some kind of port of Red, Blue, and Yellow. Gold, Silver, Crystal, or maybe even Gen 3 on Switch.
Ruby,
I think
Sapphire, Emerald. I would say those in the remakes too at Game Boy Advance. Absolutely.
I think those should they don't even need to be remade. Just like put me straight ports on the Switch with home compatibility. I'm perfectly happy. And then I think I'm a big proponent of just taking every single DS Pokemon title and 3DS Pokemon title and giving them the BDSP treatment, where they become where we get the dual screens onto a single screen, essentially. And that way everything's just got compatibility with Pokemon Home right out of the box. You can send everything to Pokemon Home from every game, from every region, and everybody's happy, including Thatch, mostly Thatch.
I think we're going to get this is just Nintendo aside. I think we're going to get a DS virtual console for the Switch 2.
I think it's possible, but also I think there's no way to make it pretty enough for them to release it.
That's the hard part.
It's just hard with DS. Yeah, the DS was a cool console during its time, and it was really fun. Obviously, we all owned one. I just think when we get to now that we're back to single screen stuff, it just is hard to emulate, It's just hard. It's fine though. I don't know. I think Pokemon's very easy to fix because you can just pull up a menu and you're fine. And you just fix that.
It's very easy to move the UI from the touchscreen to the game.
Yeah.
Right? Like it has the easiest ability to port compared to a lot of DS games. Because most of what it used the touchscreen for was just like, oh, this is the menu.
You guys remember how cool Pokemon was on the DS and 3DS though? Like,
yes, I do.
It's cool on the Switch, don't get me wrong. It's super cool playing on the TV, but I feel like those were Pokemon machines. Like
they were.
That was a Pokemon machine. Pokemon was like Pokemon was made to be played on a DS, 3DS.
Pokemon has historically just done a lot of that. It's been a console seller for at least the handheld market for a long time, and it still continues to be. People don't like that. So what really gets me is people ask me all the time in my real life, not on the internet, because most of the people I hang out with the internet are very game savvy and Nintendo savvy. But in my real life, they'll be like, well, if the Switch 2 came out, like how long till the Switch 2 OLED or something like that,
it felt like it was something that was going to happen in the early 2020s. And just never.
I'm like, well, the Switch 2 OLED will probably be like a couple years out. They're like, you don't think it's going to come out next year? I go, no, next year you're going to get the Switch 2 Lite. Like that's what's coming out next year. Because if you look, because it'll release alongside Pokemon Gen 10, and that's when we'll get it. We'll get the Switch 2 Lite, and then a year and a half later, you'll get the OLED version of the Nintendo Switch 2. And honestly, the Switch 2 is worth it just based on the performance alone. Like I apologize.
I haven't bothered updating yet because there's nothing that's like exclusive to it that I care about. I think the first thing that I super care about that's exclusive to it is probably when it gets Path of Radiance on NSO.
No, as soon as that happens, I'm gonna be pretty hype actually.
That might be the thing that comes out the soonest that I'm like super hype for the Switch 2, and it's like, oh, I should really get on getting one of those. Because I don't care about the graphical performance upgrades on Pokemon. It's nice, but it's like, it's not a it's not really like a graphical upgrade for me. It's just it makes Scarlet and Violet playable. I mean, I've been playing it I've been playing it since release, like I know, at least once a week. So. It's so much better though.
It's so much better. But yeah, I don't know. Do you guys have any more flops before we've gone off on a tangent? But this is the Puckle podcast. This is like old school Puckle podcast where we start a topic and talk about whatever.
We can't stay seeped in negativity. We have to go on a tangent.
I know.
I can't think of any, but one that we will catch you on is the flip flop.
But yeah, well, so this is the mailbag question for next week, though. Let us know what Pokemon games or anything in Pokemon you thought was a flop. There's probably more that we haven't thought about, but I would love to hear what you guys think. Send that into puclpodcast@gmail.com next week. Until then, we're gonna
Pokemon stage musical, huge flop.
Yeah. But yeah, we'll kick it on over then, guys, to our PokeQuiz.
Well, hi, and welcome to the PokeQuiz, the part of the show where we quiz our co-hosts on their insane Pokemon knowledge. I'm Mark from the Dunsparce gang, here to explain the rules. Our fabulous co-hosts will work as a team to answer 5 Pokemon-themed trivia questions that fans have submitted on the Discord server. Each question is worth 1 point, with Pokedex and multiple answer questions worth more, for a total of 7 points. The host can use a free hint at any time. If they get all the answers correct and do not use the hint, they can cash it in for an 8th point.
Welcome to Puckle's PokeQuiz, the part of the show where we're going to quiz your co-host on their insane Pokemon knowledge. Thank you for that introduction there. We're going to jump on into it. Remember, you can always submit your questions over at pucklediscord.com. Not in the comments on Spotify or YouTube or wherever you listen to the podcast. Just good old pucklediscord.com. Come over. It's a free Discord. You get to hang out with Pokemon fans. They sometimes have movie nights over there. It's sweet. Yeah. But with that, guys, we're going to get into our first question. We're going to ask your co-hosts. This one comes from that Steve kid. Which is the only starter Pokemon line that can have a stab type that is super effective against itself? What is the only starter Pokemon line that can have a stab type that is super effective against itself? I thought this was an interesting question.
This is a weird one because I assume it's not counting megas, right?
It's not counting megas, no.
Okay.
Is it Torterra with grass ground?
No, I think it's probably...
It would have to be able to hit itself super effective. It would have to be able to say.
Hisui and Typhlosion is super effective against itself with Ghost.
It has to be a whole line. It has to be a whole line.
Oh, it's the whole line.
Oh, the whole line.
Oh, interesting.
Well, then it's Rowlet, right? Because it's flat flying.
Oh, it goes flying, Ghost.
Flying grass, Ghost, right? It's got to be Rowlet.
Yeah. Are you locking in Rowlet?
You're correct.
We're locking in Rowlet.
Rowlet is correct. It's Rowlet.
We did it.
It's Rowlet.
That's the goal.
All right, your second trivia question. General trivia question as always. I want to remind you that of the questions I had to choose from today, because Liger goes ahead, our trivia master, and he decides to cull the questions for the more reasonable ones. This was the more reasonable of the two options I had. So,
okay.
In the first episode of the Pokemon anime, the Indigo League, not the new one.
Ooh, I have faith in Bo on this one.
That's why I asked it, because I knew Bo was going to be here. Ash is watching a battle on the TV between Nidorino and Gengar. When Nidorino is switched out with an Onix, what color is the Pokeball?
Well, that's ambiguous because it's like a blue-green color.
Is that your answer?
But that's the answer. I don't know if it's blue or green, but it's like a bluish greenish color. I think technically it's green, but it's like green. A sea foamy. Okay.
It's correct. You're correct, though. The answer is green. It is a green color. And it's probably just the lighting. It's probably a red Pokeball, but it's just the lighting that makes it look that way. You don't think so?
Unless Ash's TV sucks. Like Ash.
I think it's the lighting of the stadium. I think it's the lighting of the stadium, not the Pokeball itself.
No. We've seen countless Pokeballs in countless stadiums, and they've never looked green any other time or even remotely different unless the Pokeball was green.
Bo's all about this. Bo's all about the the Pokemon conspiracy theories here, but
I was hoping you were going to ask what Pokemon he swapped out for Nidorino, because I was going to go, oh, it's Onix. That's exactly what he says.
Like I was like, of all the co-hosts, Bo has probably watched that episode the most.
Yeah.
I'm probably going to watch it on next Saturday with my cousins.
All right. Your next question is a Pokedex entry question, as always. We're gonna get into this. This is our first. This one is from the Wo-Chien clan on the Discord server. The first entry is from Pokemon Violet. Feared as the Snow White Demon in the Northern Lands, this Pokemon uses its frosty claws and fangs to attack prey. Who's that Pokemon?
Huh.
Snow White Demon.
Feared as the Snow White Demon in the Northern Lands, this Pokemon uses its frosty claws and fangs to attack prey.
See, I almost think like Titan, but the claws.
But it doesn't have claws.
Yeah.
Right.
What else is?
I was leaning towards Frostlass for some reason, but I don't know if I'd consider those claws.
Yeah.
And I don't know if it's white enough.
And I don't think a Alolan Ninetales is fangs and claw. Like it has them, but I don't think the entries.
I don't think it uses them well. Its attack stat doesn't say it does.
Right. Well, that doesn't mean anything with the Pokedex.
This is true.
What about Qian Pao? That's the Pokemon of Ruin.
I can see it.
The cat, right? The weasel.
The weasel. I mean, it has claws.
Claws and fangs.
White.
It's white, but I'm only going off a description. Demon.
It's demonic, yeah. That's why I lean on Frostlass too, because it's a demon.
Yeah. That.
I mean, Glalie is more demonic, but it definitely doesn't have claws.
No claws. Yeah. Dang. This.
Interesting.
I don't think a Alolan Sandslash would be.
It has claws, but it's not white.
I'm gonna need an answer here, guys. I'm gonna need an answer here, guys.
What about Beartick?
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, yeah, I'll go Beartick first.
You're gonna lock in Beartick.
It's got claws. Yeah.
Fangs.
All right.
North. Yeah, white.
It lives in the North Pole.
This next entry comes to you from Pokemon Black 2.
Oh.
They love the cold seas of the north. They create pathways across the ocean waters by freezing their own breath.
Wow. That's really sad when you think about how polar bears are here.
Yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
I do think it's the polar bear.
I think we're in.
I think we got the polar bear.
I think we got it. Are you locking in Beartick? Are you locking in Beartick?
Let's do it.
Beartick is correct. Beartick is the answer.
Go.
You guys are 4 for 6 right now. Or 4 for 3. We don't have 6 questions. So your next question is your multiple answer question. There are 5 answers to this question. The way this is going to work is you can get up to 2 points here. You can get first point if you give me 3 answers. You can get 2 points if you give me all 5. You do have to lock them in. You have 3 strikes and then you're out. So this question comes to you from BMGs because it's like the BGs, but BMGs. Yeah. This person gets me. That's all I'm saying. I went to a Beach Boys concert this week. It was depressing.
I saw that.
It was depressing. They were not very good. It turns out when you're 84, you should not be doing music.
Don't let the Jimmy Buffett.
Don't let that stop you.
Back in the day.
Jimmy Buffett's different.
Yeah.
Jimmy Buffett's a different animal. Okay.
Jimmy. Pour one out. Carry on.
Yeah.
Here,
that's what Jimmy would have wanted.
There are 5 moves that lower the user speed after use. Can you name them?
Stop it with these. You did this one last week.
No, I didn't.
Different last week because it was about special defense, wasn't it?
Special attack. Stop it.
This is
Lowers
different.
My speed after use.
Yes.
Okay. No.
Well, why? I would never use
the
that
other,
move.
The other option.
I think I know 3 of them.
The other option I had 10 answers. Okay, so like you take your pick, Bo. Okay.
All right.
Hit us, Sigma. What do we got?
Actually, I think I have 4 answers. So I believe VCreate is one of them.
You're gonna lock that in. Let me pull up my cheat sheet to make sure that I'm not gonna misquote anything. That is correct. VCreate is correct.
And then I believe 3 of them are the hammer moves: Hammer Arm, Ice Hammer, and Dragon Hammer. I believe all.
Let me once again consult the wisdom of the sheet. You said Hammer Arm. That is correct. Ice Hammer is also correct. I do not believe Dragon Hammer is correct, but I'm going to double check us here.
I assumed all 3 hammers had the same effect. So if Dragon Hammer isn't, then that's fine.
Let me double check for
hammer, but wood hammer hurts you.
Oh, that's true.
Dragon Hammer has no secondary effect at all.
Really?
Whack.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, nothing gets it, so I can't say I've used it.
Yeah.
We got 3.
And also Dragon Hammer got cold, apparently. I found out just now. So that's fun.
Wait, what? It was a signature move.
Oh, wait, never mind. It came back in Gen 9.
I assume it came back with the Alolan Executor.
It came back with a Alolan Executor in Gen 9. It was not there in version 1.0 or 2.0. It came back in
Makes
version
sense
3.0.
because the Pokemon that uses it wasn't there. But
yeah.
I don't consider a move called Dip the only Pokemon that uses it.
You're at 1 strike, but at 1 point, there are 2 more moves that you're missing. I will not give you the hint unless you ask for it because Bo is too far ahead. Oops.
No, wait, that raises speed. What's the one?
One of these I would have said earlier. I don't know why you didn't say it earlier, but continue.
It might just be attack and defense. What superpower?
Superpower is just attack.
I think that's it. Yeah. Okay. I don't know.
Right.
You said there's one that Thatch would have said earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Is there another hammer move?
No. I think you're getting caught up on damage dealing moves.
Smash move. What? We're caught up on damage dealing moves?
I didn't say that.
Oh.
Did I say that? Whoops.
Oh.
Oh, Curse.
Curse is correct. That is one of them. There's one more move. One more move.
What's No, I think that does defense. What's Komo-O's signature move?
It lowers his
though.
defense.
That's
Clanger
defense.
Scale.
I'm just trying to think of like moves that lower things, but I have terrible memory.
Usually it's lowering defenses. It's rare to lower speed. And also people usually don't run the moves to lower speed.
This last one's gonna be like really hard, honestly. But
okay. So we don't feel bad about not getting it, is what you're saying.
this last one's gonna be really hard.
Terra Blast.
That is incorrect. No, but Terra Blast is a good answer from last week.
That was a funny one last week.
Yeah, I was like, well, let me check just in case.
That's 2 strikes. You have 1 more strike.
And inverse battle, quick attack. I don't know.
That is unfortunately incorrect. The last one you were missing is Spin Out, which is the signature move of Varoom and Revaroom. It is a steel type physical move, 100 power, 100 accuracy. It lowers the user speed by 2 stages. Yeah.
John Fan and Hitmonlee.
So you got the other 4 though: Curse, Hammer Arm, Ice Hammer, Spin Out, and VCreate. You guys are, I believe, now 5 for 4. Yeah, you can still cash in the hint, obviously, because you got a point here.
Yeah, we got a point. That's why I wasn't concerned about using it.
Yeah.
All right. This question comes to you from the Rockruff Rider, and it is your base stat question, as always. What Pokemon with the Sturdy ability has the highest special defense?
Ew.
I think I spelled defense wrong. I've had typos riddled throughout this PowerPoint. I'm not going to lie today. I don't know. It's like really bad. I don't know why it's so bad today.
Those are glaring in this audio format.
But for the 200 people, the 1%
we
of
hit
our audience.
400 this week.
Whoa! They're gonna look at this and be like, "Wow, Thatch has dyslexia," and they might be right. I don't know the answer to that.
But
I have the number version.
What Pokemon has Sturdy?
Pokemon with Sturdy has the highest base special defense.
Stuff like like
There's a lot of
Man.
things with really high defense with sturdy.
I thought this was the easiest question in the world, but I guess not. I'm so sorry.
I don't know what has sturdy.
I do.
Okay,
I thought this
actually,
was
that's
the
not
easiest
true. I know
question.
some things
What
that have
about,
sturdy, like
like
Golem,
Magnemite and Golem. and-
Starmery, but those are all defensive. Those
There's
are high.
weird stuff like Toga Damaru, I remember, has sturdy.
There's like, it's not Cornerstone, Mask, Ogre Paw.
You do have the hint as well. Don't forget you have the hint.
It's not our Chaladon. They're all super high defense Pokemon. We might need the hint.
I'm not against it. Let's take our minute. What else has it?
It's just on a bunch of random things. I'm trying to think if
I feel so
Claydol has
bad.
it.
I feel so bad. I didn't think it would be this hard of a question. I thought this was like a give me.
Would it be Probopass?
I could see
It has a high
Probopass.
it has a higher special defense than it should. It is only defenses.
I'm gonna need
This
an
one
answer.
we just get the one answer.
I'm gonna need the answer.
This is our last question, right?
Yep.
Yeah,
Do you want to take the hint?
I'm fine taking the hint.
Okay, because I'm
this
not
is-
sold on Probopass.
This is a
bet
bug
it is,
type
though.
Pokemon.
Oh, is it Shuckle?
Are you gonna lock in Shuckle?
It's got to be Shuckle.
It's got to be Shuckle.
The answer is Shuckle. Shuckle
Why would you
with
run
a,
sturdy on a Shuckle? It doesn't die in one hit ever.
Shuckle has a base 230 special defense. In second place, Carbink and Probopass are tied though, so you got the second place guy with Probopass at base 150, followed by Bastiodon at 138, and also I guess Cosmoem technically gets it as well at 131.
I love all these Pokemon that don't
just
die in
Cosmo.
one hit getting the
Yeah,
ability.
yeah. But all right, that is that gives
Pokemon,
you
what are
guys
doing?
that gives you guys a lot of points. 6, 7,
23 points by my count. Yeah.
6 points. 6 points. 6 points. Yes, I believe it's
26
6 points.
points? Wow.
6 points.
26 points.
6 points coming your way, guys. Does that change up the standings? Kind of.
Slightly, but not in any way that is relevant, I assume.
Yes. So in first place, we got Claude9 with 84 points. In second place, we have Seth Vilo with 75. Tied now for third place, we have Jushiro and R Sigma with 73.
Oh,
In
that's going to be
fifth-
great in 2 weeks.
In fifth place, we've got Shark Finnegan with 52. I love that everything's so grouped together in the top 4 and the not top 4. Like everything's grouped very well.
Yep.
And then in fifth place, we have Shark Finnegan after that 73 point number with 52 points. Followed by Whimsicott at 47. Bocefus moves up though when he's now tied for 7th with Linian with 45 points.
Let's go. All right.
And in the rear, we've got Sublime Manic with 43. Still anybody's game. There's 2 more months of points to collect. And maybe I'll
How many
throw
weeks to
maybe
the championship?
the championships get locked in on the weekend of Thanksgiving. That's how we determine.
Okay, so I got like 2 months.
Yeah, 2 months, and I might throw a
And I have to
wrench
get
into
into the
things
70s.
to make it exciting.
And I have to get
My-
into the 70s.
You have to
It's
get it
Like,
into
if
the
I average
70s.
5 per episode.
If I average 5
I need
per
about
episode,
30 points.
and I
I
show up
need to
to
be on
every
6 more
show.
episodes. Okay, so I can miss 2 weeks. So next week I won't be on, but I'll be on the one after.
No, the one after is me and Hero both tightening up, protecting
Well,
the
as
bottom
lo-
of the pack.
As long as nothing happens to you or Jushiro between now and then. Huh?
Well, in October, we're going to make things more exciting to try to even the playing field for those of you not in the top 4.
Whoa.
So
Extra credit.
extra credit, time for school. All right. But with that, guys, that has been our PokeQuiz. If you want more PokeQuiz, tune in next week. Until then, we are going to go ahead and jump into our Poke opinion. Yeah, let's go do that. Welcome to Puckle's Pokey Opinion. This is the part of the show where you can give us a pokey opinion over on the Discord. A lot of fan-driven stuff nowadays, which is actually really exciting. If you would have told me 17 years ago this is what would happen, I would not believe you. But yeah, I think this is a really, really fun question posed by the real EV, and I think we have the right group of 3 people to answer it. If you could direct one season of the Pokemon anime and change stuff around, what season would that be? And what changes would you make? Did we ask this last week? I don't know if we did or not. But I don't think we did, but
I don't know.
I think it would be very interesting to change, like, I think about, well, the one change I would make is I would change the season of Diamond and Pearl where nothing happens to make something happen.
You mean that empty space between where, like,
between the 7th and 8th badge where it's 50,
and that's it?
where there's like 50 episodes of nothing. I would change that season and make something happen.
Battlefront Tier 2.
On it, not even Battlefront Tier 2, but there's just like 50 episodes. You could do so much with 50 episodes. Like, oh my gosh.
Maybe not between like badge 7 and 8, right?
Yeah, it was between so Snow Point City happened, and then there was just like nothing for an entire like year of the Pokemon anime. There was just nothing.
What did they do? I assume there were a couple contests, but no one. I don't know if anyone actually cared.
I think there was an episode. They've done this a couple times.
The Wallace Cup happened, maybe.
No, I don't think the Wallace Cup even happened then. Well, I'm gonna find this season now. We gotta find this season where nothing happened to the Pokemon anime.
No, I remember hearing that this long gap between.
No, it was long. I remember. I
wasn't a huge fan of the Sinnoh anime anyway, so it didn't really matter.
That's when I stopped paying attention.
Ash vs. Paul.
I dropped off, yeah.
And like the tournament, but
that's when I stopped.
Generally,
that's when I stopped watching. Well, we had started doing PUCL back then. And I used to be a regular on Cerebi, and Cerebi would always put, this is the next episode of the anime that's coming out. And I kept watching it. I was like, okay, when's he going to get that last badge, you know? And it just never happened. And then after he like got to it, I'm like, it's been a long time. And I looked, I'm like, it's an entire season of the anime. Like it was just a gross entire season of the anime.
It looks like after the Candace battle, they had Regigigas, then they had Ash vs. Paul, and then like a bunch of galactic stuff, but like
nobody cared. Nobody cared.
Palmer showed up.
It was so bad. It was so bad. Pokemon Diamond and Pearl, like the anime, it was really, really bad. I believe that was the season was called Pokemon Diamond and Pearl Galactic Battles, and nothing really happened because all they did is Battle Team Galactic, and who cares? Like nobody cared.
Yes. Double battle versus Plusle and Minun. Exciting.
And nobody caught it. Barely anybody caught anything either. Like Dawn caught a Cyndaquil because Heart Gold Soul Silver was coming out.
Isn't this when she caught her like Swinub probably?
No. She already had her Swinub. She already had her Swinub. She evolved the Swinub from a Piloswine to a Mamoswine at that point. Chimchar in this season just becomes a Monferno. It hasn't even gone Infernape.
Did he get Gibble?
He gets Gibble and he gives up Gliscor. He gives up Gliscor.
I forgot he gave up Gliscor. Oh no!
Is that what he trades?
This is only the first half of this. It's only the first half because he battles for the 7th badge in that. In Sinnoh League Victors, though, there's like another bajillion episodes until he gets to Volkner. I love the Bulbapedia like important events when you look at the anime stuff. By the way, it's like yeah, in this episode, really exciting thing. Ash's Boizel, it learned Ice Punch. And it's just like okay, thanks. Ash competes in the Pokeathlon. Okay, thanks. I guess. Oh, that's cool art actually for the Pokeathlon.
Okay.
Ash battled Flint before he battled. What's his name? Is that true? Wow.
What? Okay. Oh wait. What's even worse is Ash meets with Volkner at the beginning of the season. It gets postponed. and he doesn't battle him until oh my gosh, when does he battle him? It doesn't even say when
he battles
him
him after the Grand Festival.
Yeah.
All of the wrap up to the contest happened before his last gym battle. Oh.
Yeah, it's so gross.
Why?
It's so gross. It's so gross.
That's so long.
He like sees Volkner and then it takes another like 10, 15 episodes for him to battle Volkner. It's so crazy. But yeah.
Okay.
What season would you choose?
If I can change one thing, I don't know if I would change the whole season. The very last season with Ash to be a Pokemon Master. Team Rocket kind of ties their stuff up. Ash kind of ties his stuff up. One thing I think that we're scared to do was give Ash and Team Rocket like their goodbye. Like them meet up and then being like, kid, you know what? It's been a great time. You and Pikachu, go do your thing. We're gonna leave you alone from now on, or whatever. Just like later, twerp. And like I think they should have got that goodbye. I think they really should.
I think as sad as it sounds, I think like the most depressing part about the way that the anime ended wasn't so much that Ash is like no longer around, because like I can kind of stomach that Ash is no longer around. But like I felt real bad that Team Rocket was gone, you know?
I know.
Like Team Rocket was gone. I don't know that I think I was okay with the way it was, because it was just like, oh, it's just gonna be more of the same for Ash and Team Rocket for eternity. And you know, I'm okay.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that goodbye. I wish they would have said I wish there would have been like, remember in like the early Pokemon anime, and by that I mean the first 5 seasons, which I think are the best part of the Pokemon anime, because of rose-colored glasses. But I think it would have been really cool if there would have been another episode where they did a thing where they were like forced to hang out and work together again. Like one episode in those last like 11, I think would have been really good to do.
Right, because there were a lot of times in the early seasons where it would be like, okay, whatever situation, and now the partners are mixed up, and now there's Meowth is with Dawn and Ash is with Jessie, and like, you know, whatever, and they would have like those wholesome moments between the characters.
Yeah, and I think it would have been really good just to give them a wholesome moment together, and then you can still end the show the same way where they're chasing down Ash, but they've had their wholesome moment together. Like one more wholesome moment would have been really good. And I think that's something they lost like after Gen 4 was because they like tried to make Team Rocket serious after Gen 4 and it just didn't work out.
In Journeys, there's a pretty wholesome moment between Chloe and Meowth. Yeah. Meowth is ready to give it all up for her. Life of crime. He's ready to leave that life of crime and settle down and be an honest man.
I also would change Journeys, but not as late as you went. One,
Journeys was awkward.
I don't know. Ash has 3 starters that could have evolved into a Hisui starter and didn't get one. Like I understand not evolving Rowlet, but we could have had Oshawott or Quilava evolve. And
I think Quilava evolving into Hisuian Typhlosion would have been pretty neat, actually.
I think it would be cool. I'd feel bad because I would probably replace Dracovish. So you'd have 2 ghosts, but who really cares, I guess?
I still think that's really exciting, though. That's a really cool idea.
I think it's something that they should have done.
They didn't hype up Legends Arceus in the anime as much as I think they should have.
It was like an Amazon special.
It was weird. It was an Amazon special. It wasn't even on like the normal Netflix thing. It was weird. It was like a weird movie.
I would want him to use his old Pokemon in the tournament.
I think he should have done more old Pokemon in the tournament at the end. Yeah.
Like I understand having the new team be the finals team, but I think he should have used some of his old Pokemon
during the tournament
leading up to it.
Yeah. I did like the moment at the end where like Pikachu's like almost out for the count against Leon's Charizard. I also really hate Leon's Charizard being the final battle for that, by the way, but that's a whole other thing.
Like I have no issue with Leon being the Leon fight.
Yeah.
But I think like Sceptile and Infernape should have shown back up again. Charizard probably.
I think he should have brought all of his aces back in some form or another.
Maybe even Dawn fan, because everyone loves Dawn fan.
It would have been really cool if every battle he just had a different like roster of 6, and it would have been.
I thought it was done really well in the
time.
Sinnoh tournament.
Yeah,
even if Torkoal is useless, and I don't know why he brought it, but and same with Gibble. Like, what is Gibble doing?
I just think even if it was just like his team from each time he played, he was in a tournament too. I think it would have gone over really well. Like if he would have brought like his Alola team to
his old team
to like the first one, and then
more showing in Journey's final lead up. Like
I agree with that.
Like because you can't celebrate everyone in the final tournament, but in the lead up to that, I think they should have shown up too.
Yeah, I think it would have been interesting. I think it would have been cool, especially in like some of the other battles to like get ranked too. I don't know. I don't care that Ash has a Dracovish. I honestly forgot he had a Dracovish. I
mean, that and Surfetch both could have been replaced and no one would have noticed.
Easily. Yeah.
I think it would have been really cool. I mean, they did a really good job of it when they did like the last 11 episodes. Like he had a new set of Pokemon with him every episode, and we got to see all of his old Pokemon. I do think they should have done it during the tournament though.
I would have loved seeing them battle again.
Yeah. Give us a tournament.
That used to be the most hype part of like every end of an arc that they would do in the anime as well, like leading up to Sinnoh, right? Because at the Sinnoh tournament, he had so many Pokemon. They did that. That used to be so exciting. And he did the same.
Stopped.
Yeah, they just stopped and they tried to do the hard reset.
It's okay because it's okay in Unova because he did have a large just regularly cycling through. He was essentially doing the tournament thing with his own route. And that's fine.
Yeah.
I think that was a cool experiment. Nothing wrong with it.
Yeah, I
did like that a lot too. I wish they would do that more, where it was just like he just has these Pokemon and we don't have to.
Like
tell
he has
a
larger than usual roster. They just kind of show.
It's so weird because like
you swapping out. It just happens.
Like Krabby just stayed at the Oaks Lab, and then he's like, yeah, well, we'll try Krabby out. Why not?
Well, like even now too, with the new anime and Pokemon Horizons, like they don't let anybody catch like a full 6 anymore. I don't know. It's not as fun.
I mean, they're not professional battlers. I think that's okay.
I know. I wish they would be though. Like I want that. I don't know.
I'm okay with keeping the cast like around 3-ish Pokemon each. Yeah, that's
fine. The thing that I really want, this has nothing to do with the question. I think we've all answered it, but the thing that I want more than anything to return to Pokemon is just like cool gym badge designs again. Like give me back cool gym badge design. I want that, like for the anime to like think about that. And man, I don't know why I thought about that. I apologize.
Yeah, badges kind of stink now.
They do.
Honestly,
right?
the Z crystals were way cooler badges than most badges have been.
I agree with you.
Yeah.
100% actually.
It just needs to be cool, angular, shiny, and when I hold it between my fingers, it needs to go shing.
Yep.
And if it's a dumb 3D bug-eyed thing from Gen 6, it doesn't do that.
Nope.
And if you can play them as notes in the badge case,
peak.
All right. Well, you can let us know what your opinion is on what anime season you would direct if you don't want to tell us what Pokemon flopped in. It could be both, actually. They could have flopped in a Pokemon anime season and you want to fix it. But let us know.
Chronicles.
Let us know at puclpodcast@gmail.com. But with that, guys, we've got our last segment to get to. We've got our mailbag. So we're going to kick it on over to that. Welcome to our mailbag. Our mailbag is the part of the show where you can email us at puclpodcast@gmail.com and let us know what you think about our topic. Last week we asked you about a Mario Kart track and something Mega Evolutions because there were a bajillion of them announced last week. So we do want to hear what you guys have to say. We're going to get into that in a second. But beforehand, so that I can keep the show and the lights on, this segment is brought to you by the fictional energy drink Green Tauros, the energy drink that gives you hooves.
Hooves!
And as always, we'll give out the Green Tauros badge to any email we deem worthy. With that said, guys, we're going to jump right on into it. Our first email is going to be from a new listener this week, Davey Sell. So we're going to go, or not a new listener, a new writer. Alola, Puckle people. My name is Davey Sell, and I'm a longtime listener and a first-time emailer. I've been listening to the show since 2020. where I would listen to almost every episode that was backlogged, catch up with the most recent episodes in my bed at night. There were a couple of times I fell asleep to the mailbag with the shh emoji. I don't know what that means. It was during that time when I was in the process of clocking over 700 hours into Ultra Sun. Crazy, I know.
Dang.
By mostly shiny hunting for hours on end. As much as those games get a lot of hate, I love them. I mean, it gave us Z moves, and everyone knows that's the best gimmick.
Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon.
That
could have
base
been
says otherwise,
DLC.
and I agree.
Yes, it could have. Anyways, I'm not here to talk about how great Z moves are. I mean, it really would be impossible. I'm here to talk about the new Mega Evolutions. I feel like tier listing the ones that have been revealed so far. So here's my list. He has an image. If you're listening, he says he really likes Mega Delphox, and then he thinks a lot of them are good designs. He believes Mega Victory Bell is a blob, and that Chespin or Chestnut and Hawlucha are just big boys. The explanation. Victory Bell. Disclaimer, I like the design. I think he's a silly guy. A little sus for sure, but I like the whimsy of it. It also reminds me of the yellow squash Jerry from the show VeggieTales.
That's where
Big
the
boys.
VeggieTales comes from.
Oh, that's what the
that makes
attachment
sense.
is. Okay.
Okay. Big boys. I enjoy the Chestnut and Hawlucha design equally, but to a certain extent, I think they're both just big boys of the original. Actually, Chestnut's so cool though, because like he can make the cool axe thing. Oh my gosh, it's so sick.
Yeah, the weapons kind of
Mega Chestnut's great.
If not for the weapons, Chestnut would be kind of meh. But
Yeah,
the weapons
Mega Chestnut is so
good
cool.
boost.
I think the mask for Hawlucha is great, and the cape for Chestnut is a nice touch. Good designs. I enjoyed all 5 of these designs. Dragonite's design has grown on me, helped on by the concept of RIP 3D models. Malamar has become an even bigger nightmare, interested to see if the mind control is in the game or not. I'm sure it'll be like a story beat. I like both Raichu's designs because this creature needs more love. Does it look a little close to Pikachu? Yes. Yeah, I mean, that is actually the point of Raichu Y, I think. But it doesn't matter because it is Raichu, no matter what it looks like. Greninja. I do not understand the helicopter shuriken, but the rest of it looks sick. He's somehow even more ninja-like and special ops, what have you. Love.
It is really cool. It has the little water sword and the water mask. It's
Love.
great.
I truly believe the designer of Delphox's Mega has received a substantial raise. If they didn't, they should. Delphox has always been my favorite final Evo of the Gen 6 starters, and this Mega is eating.
X. Yes.
Is that something that youth say now?
Oh yeah, she is eating. She
the
is
colors
definitely
are
eating.
The colors are fire. Oh, pun intended, but the multiple brooms are sweet. This fox would cook on the Quidditch field. Harry Potter got nothing on her. Voldemort is peeing himself looking at this witch of a Pokemon. If Mega Delphox does not get an SIR card, then I might cry. Not to mention what the shiny version will look like. Maybe the colors will reverse. Maybe the fire turns purple or blue. Its fur has become a lot more cloak-like, leaning into it being based off of sorcerers, making me want to play as Delphox in an upcoming Pokemon D&D one-shot I will be participating in. That's in the email. I'm just voicing it out. Thank you for so much taking my time to listen to my Delphox ramble, Puckle Peoples. Y'all's voices are iconic, especially as I clean my apartment or drive to work. Davy Cell. Well,
You're
thank you for
iconic,
that.
Davy Cell. Thank you.
You're iconic. Yeah. More people who have been listening to the show since 2020 and not emailed in should email in.
Bring it in, partner. Or earlier.
Or
later.
earlier. Like if you haven't emailed in since 2023, you should do it. If you haven't listened to the show since 2026, you should also email in.
What?
How?
Yeah.
Yeah. Figure it out, Bo.
That's for the people listening
That's
later.
for the people who
It's
listen to the
okay.
show next year. It's gonna be fine, Bo.
Oh,
This is
I
It's
forgot.
for the people who just
this is
started
called
listening from the
evergreen
beginning.
Right, you can go to
content,
the past.
Bo.
You can go to the past from the future in audio format.
Yeah, this isn't a news episode. People
Yeah,
aren't going to skip
I thought you
exactly.
were just casually offering time travel. I was.
Oh,
No, we know that a lot of people start from the beginning. So
No, that's
we
cool.
have to put in little.
Sorry,
Easter
I
eggs.
ruined this one. I'll be
They
more
finally
cool
reach
on the
us.
next one.
put your phone number in and tell them to text you about
Okay.
a Chansey, Bo, and then see if anybody gets to
636.
When was the
I
last
haven't gotten one in
time
a
you
few
got
years
one?
now, so it's pretty good. Pretty good. All right. So this next email is going to be from Captain Spatch.
Hey, Puckle, Captain Spatch here to give you my thoughts on the latest news from the Pokemon or the Nintendo Direct, not a Pokemon Direct.
It was a real one.
Nintendo Direct. I only caught the last 10 minutes, but those were the only. That was the only. 10
I don't think
minutes
I've
I
actually
needed.
watched it. I think I've just caught up on all of the things that were revealed.
I happened to turn it on just as they stopped talking about the DK DLC, which happened to be when they started talking about Pokemon, and then Fire Emblem was at the end, and that's all I cared about. But that's beside the point. But first, I want to let you all know my 3-year-old daughter is starting to show an interest in Pokemon.
Get him now.
She could be the.
She's watched
she
about.
Could take over the show in
She
15
could be the
years.
chosen one. The prophecy has foretold of her coming.
Her dad's name is already close
watched
enough to
about-
mine. Like it's gonna be fine.
You can just pretend. People will be
It's fine.
confused. It's fine. She's watched about 15 episodes of the original anime to this point. It's amazing to see how she processes and understands the world of Pokemon, albeit early on. But she can't seem to understand why Brock doesn't have eyes and why Professor Oak isn't in
Sad.
every episode. She has a small binder of cards, which I give to her new cards as treats for listening or for big achievements. Right now,
Nice.
she's obsessed with Staryu because she has a Misty Staryu card. So it lines up with the anime nicely.
Heck yeah. Staryu's
Staryu
awesome.
is
Staryu's
cool.
cool. Sublime's not here to
Yeah.
say it, but Staryu's a good Pokemon. I could go on and on, but I'm here to address the topic. First and foremost, who announces a DLC before the game even releases? Has me a little worried that there isn't too much to the story, or less to explore in the main game than I was hoping for. Of course, I could be wrong, but it just seems odd to me that they would announce it so soon. I mean, isn't there enough hype for the game already? On the Mega Chews. Actually, surprised they went with an X and Y design and not a Z and A version.
Me too, actually.
Fair.
I think
That-
that's
that
what
was
makes me
weird.
think.
I wasn't
That's what makes me
expecting
think
two
the
of them.
DLC is
I was
gonna
still
be more
very
X and
excited
Y
when I
based.
saw them, though.
Yeah, I
Yeah, I
think it's
mean, they
going to
give
be
you
like
the out-
XY
X, Y,
Crisis
too.
or Xerneas Yveltal, something with that.
Oh.
I think that's what it.
Yeah, because I
Right.
didn't see them fitting into like the main
Mhm.
game story. Their only lore is that they sleep for 1,000 years, and they were just awake a little bit ago. So they'll
Also,
probably sleep
it's a
for
very
1,000
short
years.
amount of time since
But you know,
it's a very short amount of time since the last protagonist in X and Y probably caught them. Right?
I'm curious on how long it's been. I assume it's been like 5.
I'm imagining. I'm gonna
10
imagine it's like
years?
almost IRL, where it's gonna be like 15 years later. Yeah, 15
So it's about
to,
10
10 to
years?
15, something in there.
Or
But
10
so
to
like they're
15,
still alive,
yeah.
but they're adults. And wouldn't it be crazy if you like it was like a red moment where you played with like the Caleb and Serena? Like that'd be nuts.
Whoa. I didn't think about that's where Xerneas Yveltal was captured. That's why we're going to another dimension. That's what the mega dimension is we're going to a different dimension where they're not captured. And we're going to get Mega Xerneas and Mega Yveltal.
You know what? That's
I
probably
almost
right.
guarantee it.
That's probably right.
Yeah.
a dimension that we connected
What if
to
we have
with the
to
link
choose?
cable in the original story. It's fine.
Oh no, they'll probably do like Legends Arceus where you
Yeah.
choose one or the other, right? And that's what it's focused on. And then you get the other
and
one.
then you get the other one as
Yeah.
a super form or
Neat.
something.
Yeah. Oh, it's
I
gonna
can
be
see
so
it.
fun. I can't wait.
Anyway, I'm looking forward to the DLC, even though we've seen nothing on it.
Me too.
I'm okay with them having announced it early because, one, it sounds like they're
Yeah.
probably releasing it before Pokemon Day.
Well, I think they're doing.
Um,
I think they're doing it because of the timeline as well. So they don't want to announce the DLC on Pokemon Day when they announce also Gen 10 probably. And
Gen
they
10.
don't want to announce it. They don't want.
I mean,
they don't
you
want,
could have announced it like the day it released.
They don't want to announce it on
but-
Christmas
or
either.
the day the game released.
Yeah, they don't want to announce it on Christmas either. You know, too close to it.
I could see it being released by Christmas. I think it has to release by January.
No, it says by February
I wouldn't
28th
be
actually on the website.
No, I'm saying I'm expecting it by January because after they get through the Kalos starter Mega Stones from ranked, I could see them putting the Hoenn starters in there, and the Hoenn starters are
maybe.
in the DLC.
I
That's my
fully
expectation.
expect the Hoenn starters to just be like easy to grab because they already announced the Mega Blaziken card. I just think the Hoenn starters will be easier
Because
than we anticipated.
Mega Blaziken was in base XY.
Well, I mean, the Mega Blaziken card is in.
Yeah, they still
Pocket,
announced
but,
it. I think
yeah.
it's going to make it easier though. I still think it's going to make it easier.
See, I don't expect
I
it
don't know.
because
I think if
No,
we
they're
get
going
one,
to do
I
it.
think
Why not?
Mega
I-
Blaziken is one of the most popular Mega
we'll see.
Evolutions. I think we would definitely hear about it if it wasn't going to come in the game.
They even put it. They also put it in like X
That's
and
what I
Y.
was
to
saying.
begin
Is it's
with.
in base XY, and then they added Sceptile
This
and
is true.
Yeah.
Swampert.
I know there are people who are concerned because we haven't seen Mega Venusaur and Mega Blastoise.
Oh, we've seen
yet
them in
game.
merch though. Like they're like Mega Venusaur's on the LA.
Yeah, but
it's
they're
on
not
the
in-game.
LAIC merch. It's gonna be fine. They're gonna be in there.
Oh, I agree that they're going to be there, but of the megas that we haven't seen in game, we haven't seen Bulbasaur and Squirtle. Aerodactyl makes sense, like the fossils are weird.
They're all gonna be there. They're all good.
The Hoenn line
all
still
good.
seems like the most.
It's all gonna be there. I'm not worried.
Yeah. Anyway, let's continue the email. Raichu X has a better design, in my opinion, and why just seems like Pikachu
is, yes.
service. I mean, it's always Pikachu service, sorry. As if it didn't have enough already. With that said, if you look at the Pikachu line now on paper, it almost looks as if it's a Digimon tree now.
A little bit, yeah.
Digimon. Other megas. I think the Kalos starter megas are all incredibly well done. And I think enhanced each one nicely if I had to rank them. Number 1 would be Delphox, 2 would be Chestnut, and 3
I
would
think
be
everybody
Mega
agrees.
Greninja. That's the consensus I've seen. I've seen some people put Chestnut above
Yeah.
Delphox, but most people I see are less excited by Greninja.
I think they're all
Which,
three
to be
great.
fair, I like it a lot.
You guys should look at the meme I sent you in Discord.
Oh no, all are exceptional.
Yeah, that's how I feel about them.
I
Because
saw
yeah,
that.
pretty
I
much the
laughed
same as
quite a
the
bit.
post. Like
They're very good designs and
Yeah, I
do
think so,
justice.
Greninja's perfect. Like just being okay. We can't do something regular like Ash Greninja or just like all right, let's flip upside down. You love it. It's
It's good.
The upside
he's
down
best
is
friends
weird,
with Malamar.
but
I
I'm
like
willing
it.
to
I
accept
like
it. I wonder if they intentionally made the Mega Greninja one, not the Ash Greninja. And 2, in my opinion, the worst design of the 3 to give more appeal to the other 2 starters, because most players would probably get themselves a Greninja anyway. Final point on these guys. Don't really have an issue with them being behind a paywall with Nintendo Online and forcing players to use the PvP to get them early on. After all, Nintendo is trying to make money. Can't really fault them for it. And I am sure after a while, These will
Oh,
get
absolutely.
distributed.
I
anyway.
also think that they're not going to ask you to do anything hard. They're going to be like, play 3 matches, and then you get it. You qualify, and you're done.
Yeah, I'm curious on like what rank they're going to force
Yeah.
people to get to. Maybe like T.
I don't
Because you're
even.
climbing
I don't
up
think
the
they're even
ranks
going to do
from
that.
Z to
I think
A.
they'll legitimately be like, "Did you play 3 matches? Okay, cool, thanks."
No, it says that it's a rank reward.
Oh,
We're
then
hitting
they're going to
a
make you
rank.
do it.
Y
Like
rank,
you're going to get like
yeah.
auto boosted though.
But the early ranks might not require
Yeah.
you to win to
Exactly.
gain points in them.
That's what I
is
think it's
what
going to be.
Could be. I mean, we know from SB numbers, like maybe at most 20% of people bother
It's
with
less than
PvP.
that.
So I
It's
can
less than
Early
understand.
that.
PvPs are going to be bots anyway.
Well, I'm just going by like that's possible. Well, I don't know how much you can bot this game, but we'll see. So we're finishing up with Pokopia stuff. Pokopia from the clouds. Cool that they kept this one under wraps. And in my opinion, a welcome addition to the Pokemon universe. Who doesn't want to farm, build, and gather resources with as Pokemon? Now, I would have thought you would be a trainer, breeder, whatever, and not a demon ditto that ate someone. But beggars can't be choosers, I guess. More importantly, will there be other demonic ditto NPCs as people or people themselves that you can eat/clone to get new outfits? We'll be interested to see more about it in the coming months. And I like that the Pokemon Company is out trying new things and trying to gain new fans via different gaming avenues. P.S. I think a great Mario Kart Pokemon track would be the Blueberry Academy or the Hoenn Victory Road. See you soon, Cascoons. Captain
Thanks,
Spatch.
Captain
So-
Spatch.
I realized
right.
with Canon
Go ahead,
Ditto,
Bill.
a mistake from last time is we have seen Canon Ditto as a person before in Detective Pikachu.
Oh
Ultra
yeah,
Sun and Moon,
Detective
yeah.
Pikachu. Yeah, I don't call Detective Pikachu canon though. That's probably what my brain.
No, it happened in
Oh.
Ultra Sun and Moon too.
I
There was a
forgot
I
Ditto
don't like
quest.
this. Nope,
He-
I hate it.
He transformed into real people, and you had to find them, and that's how
I
you
hate
got
this.
like
I
a 6
don't
IV
remember-
Ditto.
I don't
or something.
remember.
Don't tell me this.
Or you,
I hate this.
actually, no, I think it was like a 0 speed
Whack.
and a 0 attack Ditto that you could get from
I
that
hate it.
quest.
Thanks, I hate it.
No, I hated that Ditto from Detective Pikachu too. That one's so gross.
All right.
All right.
Okay. Well, we've one more email. This is yours,
Yep,
Bo.
yep, yep, yep.
From your Fairy King Nova.
Good day, my Puckle friends. My, did we get a lot of interesting information about our beloved Pokemon series. The question of the day is, what was my favorite Mega revealed? Well, I was hit with a rush of nostalgia with Mega Raichu X and Y. The art of the two rodents running cheek to cheek brought me back to a movie theater in the late 90s watching the first movie. Pikachu short with Pikachu and Raichu running around at lightning speed was a wonderful sight for little Nova. Not so much for my father. Back to the topic. I like the designs for the Chews. For X, I love the more Raichu look and it being described as a physical attacker. Maybe in Champions, it'll have an ability that makes electric types attacks physical. And then for Raichu, I like that. For Raichu, it's said to be more speedy mon, and I think an ability that grants priority to moves would be neat. That or it just gets speed boost. Both are A-tier mons for me.
They're both cool, actually. I really like.
They've both
of them.
grown on me because when I first saw them, I was like, "Ha, that's cute, little fan art." And then I was like, "Oh."
The more I see them, the more I like them. I just think they're like really solid Pokemon. You know.
I like
Yeah.
them.
They're really fun designs. I have less complaints when a Mega is for a Pokemon that's a 3-stage line anyway.
And Raichu really deserved more.
So it's a really good
I'm
line.
glad that she got it. 2 megas.
I love whenever Raichu I love when Raichu gets anything.
Yes.
That's the best part.
I wouldn't have complained about a Mega Pikachu because that means that Houndoom could
I
evolve,
would have
but-
complained because I don't want more Pikachu. I don't know. I don't want more people going, man, when's Mega Eevee coming, Thatch?
No,
And I don't want that.
Yeah, I love that. What is it? Why that's basically just Mega Pikachu. Like here it is, but it's Mega Raichu.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I appreciate they did it.
But yeah, no, Raichu.
Yeah,
she deserved that. I'm glad she got it for real. Before I go, I need to shout out my dearest, closest friend Malamar. I think this Pokemon is S of all S tier. And for champions, I would love if it had an ability that set inverse battling.
That would be so silly, though. That would be so silly.
Oh my god.
That would be so silly, actually.
That'd be great.
Cool. Just being on the stage.
Oh,
that would be.
I would love that. Actually, I would love that.
Straight up an ability. I love that. Yeah. Oh man, the chaos. I love that. Malamar seems to be a pure agent of chaos. Also, do you think triple or rotation battles will return for champions? Anyways, goodbye till next time. Your Fairy King Nova.
It's possible, but I highly doubt it.
Right, like if we got those and not something
I would
else.
I'd rather them remove timer before we get those.
Have that as an option. Yeah.
Bring back Little Cup before those,
Really,
please.
Really. Well, is there anybody that spoke to you? I kind of want to give it to Davey Sells. I think he wrote a beautiful email about
First
Delphox.
time emailers.
They get a +2. They get a +2 to their role.
they have a very easy time getting.
Yeah, you get the badge, Davey Sells.
Namely because I don't have to check if someone has
it. Email back, maybe we should rethink that, because if we give it to them the first time, now there's no longer any incentive to email again.
No. If you get into the Green Toros chat on the Discord, it is a buzzing community now. It is so fun because it used to just be a channel on the Discord where we said hooves, but now they all talk to each other about what they're going to email in next, and it's a lot of fun.
They're going to be real sad. No,
I don't think we should reset it anymore. I don't think we should reset it, or at least let them maintain access to the chat, but give them a new.
They can stay in the chat, but they lose their green.
I'm okay with
name.
that. I'm okay with that. I will accept that compromise. I think they should be allowed to stay in the chat, though.
I'm willing to compromise there. That is fine.
But yeah, you can send that in. If you want to email us next week, you can do so at puclpodcast@gmail.com and let us know what Pokemon flop you think flopped the hardest. I don't know, or what anime season you want to direct. Send that in to puclpodcast@gmail.com. Of course, you can follow us over on the Discord server at pucklediscord.com. You can also go ahead and follow us over on social media at Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, and Blue Sky. Additionally, you can follow us over at Twitch at twitch.tv/thepucklepodcast or YouTube at youtube.com/@pucklepodcast. I think that's what the YouTube URLs are now. If you type in /pucklepodcast, you go to the same place. And if you want to support the show, the best way to do so is to go over to Patreon at patreon.com/pucklepodcast, where you can get ad-free versions of the show and like other fun stuff. So yeah, with that, guys, we're going to go ahead and end it here. I have been Trainer Thatch.
And I'm still Bocefus.
I've been R Sigma.
And here in the Lavender Town Radio Tower, it's closing time.